need you. I bring a more shower, and it's just a preview. Her beats I devour. Now I'm seeing them checks like yellow X. You know my shit, money, power, respect. This a headshot, don't know why you won't vest. Need $1 million in cash. What away, Agnes. Annual show every year, Greg Fest. We outside, deep like the woo. Keep them blicks that a Deja crew. Make them hits like deja vu. See, I'm all dripped out and the fit brand new. Sick when I spit like the balls got the flu. Got 5 on the plane, burning gas in the coupe. Came a long way from the town on the stoop. Back then I would hoop, listen to Give Me the Loot. Ain't nothing realer than this, I'm living proof. On 85 high in a 6, no room.
I will never put no hoe before the dough, but I will never put no dope before the bros. That money ain't shit, the way she come and goes. But coming at mine, she still got to go. I'm all about work, I don't stop for lunch. But slapping on my rollie, the only.
Hey everybody!
Happy hump day, y'all! Happy hump day!
Thank you for everyone that is in the building. We appreciate you all coming in here and chilling with us today. We want to go ahead and shout out our people that are in the building. Miss L. Shantae, thank you for joining us. Miss Keeping It Real, hey baby, how you doing? Miss Naima, how you doing, baby?
We got Octavia Smith in the building. Hey, Octavia. Tommy, what you doing, girl? Hey, girl. Hey. Kim Charity, how you doing, love? Welcome in. Welcome in.
My sister, Ashley D, in the building. What's up, Ashley D? How you doing, beautiful?
Why you like her, though?
We got Mr. Book in the building. We got Upside Down Torsa. What's going on?
Grand Diva. Hey, Grand Diva. Along with Miss Dee Dee, our wrench holder of the most. Okay. Mama 3 is in the MFing building. Hey, girl.
Okay. We got Michelle in the building. Miss Tamika is in the building. Ro, baby. What's up, Ro?
Rashida D, I see you. Kim Charity, hey girl. Angel Gibson, hey love. How are you?
Hey, Miss Mel, our little sis is in the building. We got Angie E in the building. Perfectly imperfect in the building.
I see Sonia C. Hey, sis. Grand Diva. I think we already said Grand Diva. But hey again. Ro. Hey, Ro, baby. How you doing?
And I'm moderator of the world, Miss Sexy Ray. Miss Anomalies in the building. Miss Marissa. Hey, beautiful.
Okay. I see Miss Shaw. Hey, Miss Shaw. Hearts back to you. Candid Eye. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? And I see Angel. Gibson. Hey, Angel.
Hey. And we also have Miss Appreciated in the building. We got Miss Amora in the building. Talk about it with Amora, baby.
Hold on. Run that back.
Run it back. Okay, run it back.
We got a big stepper. Big stepper. Of what? A big stepper. Big stepper in the building.
In the building? Miss Amora. How you doing, baby?
Hey, I see Brother Blue Outlaw. Yo. What's up?
Hey, Blue. How you doing?
And I see, hold on, sis. I see another big dog in the building. Hold on. It's the mother effing cousin, the one and only, Tiff, the MF. Wait, hold on. Let me run it back. The mother effing Break Room 411 is in the building, y'all. Give it up.
That's right. The number one roaster. The number one roaster on this
number one roaster. Yeah. Heavy on these streets. Heavy out here, okay?
What y'all gonna say?
What y'all gonna do? What you got? What you gonna do? You ain't doing nothing. You ain't stopping nothing. What? Mess with her.
Hey everybody, I hope that we get Miss Radiant Goddess. How you doing, Miss Diane? How you doing? How y'all doing? We appreciate Oh, wait a minute. We got the mentor in the building. Sister
Sister
Teacher's in the
teacher.
building. We got
Hey,
Sister Teacher in the
sister
building.
teacher. Uh-oh. We got another sister coming through. I see the original, not fee, not just a fee. It is the
Miss
original.
Yeah, the
Miss
original.
Fee.
The
In
original.
caps.
Yeah.
All in
The
caps.
original. The
Yeah, in
original.
caps. Y'all see it. Y'all
The
see it.
real one. The real one. Not the
The real
fake
one.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
the real
not them other ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
We got little sis Raw Truth in the building. Miss Rashida. What's
Raw
up,
baby.
bro?
Raw baby.
Hey.
Hold on. I see Mama Roach in the building, girl. Stop it. Everybody, hold on now. Mama Roach is in the building. That's my other mama, y'all. Hey, Mama Roach, how you doing? We see you.
Hey, Mama. What is on? Yasmin in the building. Marlene in the building. My girl, J. Lou, baby, in the building. What's
Hey,
on?
Lou.
Miss
Hold on
Pamela?
now. What about 10 bands? 10 bands a month, girl. Okay, I love that name.
You don't see Tim Bands?
I see 10 bands, girl.
Yes,
I see her.
Miss Carolyn in the building, Miss Shanae in the building, Jamaica. I hope I ain't missing nobody. Mika Meek. Almost like you.
Mm-hmm. We see y'all. Thanks for hold on. Y'all, we can't get the show started. We got another big stepper in the building. Hold on. Another big stepper in the building. Mrs. Foster, family values. Victoria, not the little one, even though she little, she's still Victoria in the mother effing building. What's up, sis?
Miss Foster's family values. Miss Foster's family values. What is going on? What is going on? Her Mama
Y'all
3
ain't
said,
here.
be good, TC. Look, I'm trying. You know,
Y'all already know.
I got a special guest over here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it cute. Yeah.
12K got them mad. When you in the building, we see you. Penny Wheat, Lady J. Hey.
Hey
Okay,
y'all. I appreciate Miss Lacondas. Hey baby. Miss My Lacondas. Get in here. Get in here. How you doing, girl? Them names. These names be tripping me out, girl. I cannot. These names. Miss Audrey in the building. How you doing, Miss Sherry? Y'all, we appreciate all the love that y'all have given us. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If we did, please don't charge it to our heart. Just charge it to our head. You know what I mean? Yes, we appreciate it. As y'all come in, make sure that y'all are hitting that like button. We appreciate that y'all hit that like button. Share this live if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Share this live. You know, we appreciate you sharing the live and getting it out there. So I know that y'all see our title. Our title is called Breaking Barriers. And what I want to say is we have 10 beautiful women on this thumbnail here. Our thumbnail has 10 beautiful women. And I just want to reference a poem by Maya Angelou. And it, shall I rise, and then I rise, and I rise. Am I saying that right?
Yes, by Maya Angelou. Still I rise.
Still I rise. And the reason for me referencing that is me and Mina, we feel that the women that is on this flyer, we feel like that y'all have taken so much things on this social media platform. Y'all have took a lot of digs, a lot of dragging, a lot of everything on this social media platform, but still you ladies are rising, y'all thriving. No one is stopping what you have set forth for yourself as far as building. And that's where that's where we want to kind of bridge a gap between, the ladies who are trying to thrive and rise to greater places. And we're not all about, the hoopla that's going on here. And I just feel that these ladies that's on this thumbnail, y'all have really taken a lot. Y'all have taken a lot of derogatory names. Y'all have taken a lot of people just lying on you guys. So that's why I have these beautiful ladies on this thumbnail. Go ahead, Mina. Sis, you there? Okay, she's gone again. But I just feel like breaking barriers is something that I feel like we have come to do in these past couple of months. Who would have thought that us as super fans will be blended and basically engaging and liking and enjoying and comfortable with people that we're sitting in spaces with, that once upon a time we was on opposing sides. If anybody can remember, we were on opposing sides. And that just shows our strength and our growth with each other. You know what I'm saying? And understanding to sometimes agree to disagree. And there's nothing wrong with that. Being mature and having mature conversations. We can have mature dialogue. We can ask questions without us being derogatory towards each other. That's what you call maturity, and that's what you call real women. That's how I see it. Go ahead, Mina.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly, sis. I would like to share with everyone the definition of breaking barriers. That's the title of this live. That is the title on the thumbnail. And therefore, I would like to just pull up the definition so everyone can review it. And breaking barriers, what does it mean to break down barriers? Is to improve understanding and communication between people who have different opinions. The talks were meant to break down barriers between the two groups. So that right there resonates with myself in regards to where we've all been, on quote unquote opposing sides, right? In regards in the saga, we've been on opposing sides. And we are now super fan in a space with women that at some point in time we just did not agree with. And we're just here to say it's okay. It's okay to break down barriers. It's okay to grow. It's okay to outgrow, right? So I wholeheartedly agree with TC's sentiments and with the fact that we're in spaces that we just couldn't imagine that we would be in. We're sitting around ladies and conversing and laughing, like literally having fun, healthy fun, healthy laughs with women that know how to stand their ground, that is not easily swayed, that can take criticism and still keep thriving. So, for me, honestly, those are my type of chicks, people who know how to live in it and thrive in it and outgrow and grow. So, I think that breaking barriers is fitting to the space that we are currently in. And I would also like to play a reading of Maya Angelou's Still I Rise. So here we go. Still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides. Just like hopes springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes? Shoulders falling down like teardrops? Weakened by my soulful cries?
Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard? 'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got gold and diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history shame, I rise. Up from a past that rooted in pain, I rise. I am a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
I rise. Hey, y'all. So I just think that was fitting. That was very fitting to literally the saga of women that stand on their 10 toes, that really hold down what they stand for, what they believe in, rather if it was this side, that side, but whatever it is you have going on, you know, you signify the fact that you cannot be broken. And it's stories behind every single one of us. You know, it's real stories behind us all. So I hope you all enjoyed that piece of the segment because it's very powerful. It's very, very powerful. So
Yes, it
we
is.
also want to acknowledge.
Yes, we do.
We want to acknowledge the internet sister. Not sure if she's here or in the bushes, but yesterday she did give an apology to myself and my sister TC. And if you know, which I think pretty much everybody here does know, that there's been a lot of months and a few years at this point of just drama,
Yes.
online and offline. And, you know, you do get to a point where I think everybody should get to a point where they're like tired or want to outgrow situations, right? And I have to say that I honestly probably have not heard some of the things that were said, you know, about myself on this internet, because I really don't be on here like that. But when it comes to apologies, you know, I am the type of person where I am always in a space of accepting anyone's apology, because to me that just shows growth.
Yes.
You know, it's not something that I was looking for or asked for, but clearly it was something that she felt the need to give. So with that being said, I do accept her apology in regards to whatever the matters of her heart was. I'll let TC speak, and then I do have a follow in regards to that as well. I want to
Yes.
follow up a little bit more.
Yes, I just want to say, you know, when I heard the clip on Break Rooms live, I wasn't expecting it. However, she really, to me, you know, in the space that probably she was in at the time she was in it, you know, she said what she said. And she probably meant it at the time. You get what I'm saying? However, she felt it a need to apologize, even though she didn't really owe us one. That's how I feel. She didn't owe us an apology, but she gave us one. So I feel like that was really big of her to come on her platform and apologize. So I just want to thank her for, her apology. And if she felt slighted from me, personally in any way, you know what I'm saying? Because I just want to give a backstory because we started out with her. Let's just keep it a buck. We
that's
started
true.
out with her, and we were on the same side at one point. So we did have a sisterhood, so to speak, with her. So it was just very unfortunate because I did, if no one else did, I really thought highly of her because it was a lot of things that her and I discussed as well behind the scenes, nothing even pertaining to this, it was just personal, a personal thing, you know what I'm saying? At one point she told me I had her sister's eyes. So I was like, yeah, tripping on that, and I'm like, yeah. And I think that's how her and I connected through Jati, so it was like, I felt like we did have a certain kind of connection, you know what I mean? So I appreciate her apology, and I accept her apology as well and hope that she will accept my apology.
Awesome. So I wanted to, because we're in this space of talking about the internet sister, I have to, y'all. I have to, because I have to bring up Toya, and I'm not going to say a lot, but I feel the need because I have a personal relationship and love for Toya.
Yes.
I've gotten to the point of getting to know her offline, and this is my sentiments. I would love to see, and I don't think either one of them are in this space right now, but with growth, I've seen the growth in Toya. I think everybody sees that. And I honestly feel like she has gotten the worst on this
Yes.
internet out of anybody. I
Yes.
feel like she's gotten it the worst. And I don't feel like it's a wholeheartedly deserving, although some people may feel that it is. But in a forgiving spirit, I feel like it's deserving. She's deserving of that. She's truly have tried to restrain herself with
Yes.
all of this. And I think she's done an awesome job. And I do know that she and the internet sister had some form of relationship at some given point. But my point of bringing them up is the fact that I hope that they could outgrow it, whatever that thing is. And I'm not saying reconnect or any of that, but just outgrow it, because it's unhealthy. And it's I don't see the benefit in it at all. And I do, but I have seen the good and the talent in both of them. I can say
Yes.
that. And I'm not
Yes.
talking about their content or what they do on it, none of that, just as people, as women, so that's part of the breaking barriers that I would like to see. And I know it's heavier than I know it's a lot heavier than when any of y'all would ever know. They know it's a lot heavier because, again, offline. But for personal reasons of self, it would be good to see them be able to just grow past whatever that was, So I just had to give that sentiment. I had to give that sentiment there.
Yes.
And then maybe in due time.
Yes, in due time. But we also go ahead and drop the link, sis. And I did send the link out to people that I was in contact with. Miss Fee, I don't have your information. So I wish, you would drop the link. So the ladies that we have on that flyer can come up, you know what I'm saying, and hang with us on this panel. And we're going to kind of, discuss it. And I want them to get their sentiments out as well. So I basically want y'all, to come up here and share some feelings and some thoughts, because I know that, the space that we've been in here on YouTube has not been an easy space for none of you ladies, none of the 10, none of us really, you know what I'm saying, that's on that flyer, but we still forged through, you know what I'm saying, despite what people said, despite what people did, y'all still kept it a trucking. You know what I mean? Y'all still kept it a moving in a elevated light. You know what I'm saying? Nothing over here has not elevated. If you can see it, nothing has not elevated, and it's like we have the growth mindset. And that's what I love about these ladies, because all their mindset is growth. Everybody has their own style, everybody has their own personalities, and everybody handles their platforms with a bunch of grace, I feel. And I feel like they handle their platforms better than most of them. Let me just say that. Better than most. Better than most. So if y'all want to grab that link and come on up here and sit with your girls for a second and express how y'all feel, and the next elevation, or you want to talk about anything as far as unity with, and that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? When you have a bunch of intelligent women that unify with each other, and it's no breaking no bonds. I'm just saying, you can have a disagreement, but if you can elevate, because once you elevate to a certain level, or you keep elevating, and you have strong women behind you, there's nothing else to do but keep elevating. That's how I feel.
And that is, I think that is key. And I think that's the part that a lot of women that is on this internet don't get, some that don't get it. You are stronger. You were already strong, period. Like, just by how our makeup is. But having the support, truly having the support of a strong sisterhood, it is key. That's the space we were in many months ago, initiating Superfan. Like, it was supposed to launch and be a sisterhood. So my point is, that is the key.
Yeah.
You get more when you have that backbone supporting you. Those sisters catching you when you need to fall a little bit, when you need to relax a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, not everybody get that. Not everybody get it.
Right. Right.
But
We
it's
got someone
definitely
backstage.
okay. Let's go to a commercial real quick, if you don't mind.
No, I do not. Let me play one of our artists again. Let's do that. How about that?
Fire for the criminals, cause these broke fools love to use tools. That's rather ironic, the money's and knowledge, but nobody studies enough. We got the power to prove, if we gon' mine it for Jews, niggas are shine. Instead we keep loading our 9, spending our time, filling that bitch up with 30. You can get caught in the flurry, niggas be shooting like Curry, keeping your mama and your grandmama worried. Dying for King's disease, a product of common greed, dropped in the dirt like a seed, the funeral service, planting those coffins like trees. When we go to war for the cheese, you gotta be cautious, learn how to move like the bosses, watch out for all double crosses, the snakes in the grass, you gotta torch them and finish they ass. My foot on the gas, I'm running them up. If it's smoke in the air, I'm inhaling it up. Down for whatever, let's keep it a buck. Know I'm a chef, I can season you up. Cooking these haters up, watching them up. 21 guns and it still ain't enough. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I ride for the fam, cause who else I can trust? Not these bitch ass niggas.
You ready, sis? Okay, she's not ready. So maybe she's having a little technical difficulties. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just going to play Vega Gang again, one of our other artists who's going to be on Greg Fest. If y'all are in the Georgia area, please purchase your tickets for Greg Fest 420. It's going to be April the 19th from 10 to 2 a.m. We will welcome you. We're going to have vendors. We're just going to have swag bags. We're going to have different artists up there performing. I just want y'all to come out and support your girls if you can. If you can't, you can always donate to the cause too. You can donate to our Superfan Cash App. And that's the $ Superfan Podcast. if you just want to donate to the channel. You get what I'm saying? Or donate to the cause. You can do that. So let me go ahead and play Vegas Gang.
Damn little fucker, man, you know that I be killing shit.
Yup, overthinking, I'm killing the vibe. Shorty keep texting me saying she love me, but I got a lot on my mind. I gotta get up and get to the money, cause I got a lot on the line. You know the saying, there's someone for everything, no I'm not feeling the time. I cannot like I be going for anything, I gotta fill you with time. Niggas get horny and think what they think, I know you ain't down for the line. Pop me at 30, I be overthinking, I roll up the dot and no line. Cause when I seen Tata's PTSD's little bro in the suit, I was blind. I see them niggas, I'm giving them all, like me and the middle we bond. How do I know you won't flip like a doorman? How can I be what you find? I take these drugs, relax, and I fall back. Phone me on do not remind. It's a lot on my mental, you trying to heal me, but I play it back and rewind. I try to speak to the man in the spiritual, I gotta see me a sign. I feel like Cena inside be invisible, feel like I'm falling behind. Would you love me at 6 when it's dark? You got a piece of my eye, never real sus if I'm playing my part. I do acknowledge your art, fuck with that pressure, I'm pushing the start. For your love, I be topping the chart. Say my little name with this phone in your heart. Like, would you let me at 6 when it's dark? You got a piece of my heart, moving real sus if I'm playing my part. Like, I do acknowledge your art, comfort this pressure, I'm pushing the start. For your love, I be topping the chart. Say my little name with this phone in your heart. Would you let me at 6 when it's dark? You got a piece of my moving real sus if I'm playing my part. Say my little name with the Yo, overthinking, I'm killing the vibe. Shorty keep texting me saying she love me, but I got a lot on my mind. I gotta get up and get to the money, cause I got a lot on the line. You know the saying, there's someone for everything, no I'm not feeling the time. I cannot like I be going for anything, I gotta fill you with time.
Damn little fucker, man, you know that I be killing shit.
Hey y'all, hey. So I'm here. We're about to pull up our guest, one of our guests, our instant guest, I guess I'll say. So that was Vegas Gang. You can follow Vegas Gang on IG at Vegas Gang, BEGAS Gang, GANG. He's a New York artist.
Yeah, most of our artists is, New Yorkers.
And let's welcome our cousin
To the stage.
Break Room to the stage.
Shout
Hey,
out!
cousin.
Shout out! Shout out! What's happening, cousin? What's happening? Greetings to everybody down there. I will only be speaking a minute, but I did come up here because I wanted to stand in the gap with my cousins. And the one message that I have to go with this live is one of my most interesting memories, you guys, was about 14 months ago. And I remember a vision. I remember a vision that we were all in this crazy space, and the vision that I had was that one day, whether it was one person, two people, a group of people, however many it would be, I knew that the day would come that we would be able to show that people once enemies could become something different. Now, I ain't got no title to put on that, whether you are family, friends, acquaintances, or just no longer holding grudges and griping and, going head to head. But what I knew is that two groups of people who definitely stood on separate sides, I knew a time would come where it wouldn't look so crazy. That vision I had about a year ago would no longer look as crazy as it did to everyone who thought I had lost my everlasting mind.
Right.
And to be in this moment with all of you, I see plenty of names down there that I once we wasn't rocking, but guess what? Time has done something, growth has done something, elevation and greatness has happened. And it showed me we don't got to stand in that same place. And to see other people join me, these women, you all, to rise, we're showing each other that we can rise, and some of us together. And I'm proud to do that with these two ladies up here. I'm proud to do it with all of you in the chat. And I'm really grateful to be a witness to this moment. And I'm going to be the one to give God the grace. Excuse me, I'm gonna give God the glory that He gave us grace and show mercy on a terrible situation. And we are something good that came out of it. We are
Absolutely.
something good that came out of it. So I'm gonna say thank you, God. Thank you, God, for staying in the midst of some things, even when people tried to use a different type of power to push God out the way. Hey, God will always prove to be stronger than the adversary, and so are we. So shout out to all of y'all, and I'm gonna just sit here and sit in the gap. I love y'all the long way.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
So
you,
we need to get
cuz.
this layout together.
Yeah. I'm messing with it, y'all. Just don't mind me.
Yeah,
I'm
because
messing
I
with it
only
because it
see
was
me.
stuck. Our StreamYard wasn't right. Our last
Yeah, I
session. So
don't
I'm
like
trying to
that. I
fix it.
just see me up here on the screen.
I
But
got you.
make sure you drop the link for the other sisters that I want to come up, and I want them to say, get what they want to say, because these sisters, I'm just looking at all of them, and it's like the people that stand for the truth, you know what I'm saying, get done the worst.
Right.
Or it's like, I don't beg. Oh, I'm so happy now. Okay, they don't want to have they don't want to be exposed to to the truth. And it's like, when it comes down to it, sometimes, like I said, truth hurts. It hurts more than anything. And these 10 women on our thumbnail, because they came out and told the truth, got done the worst. Let's just keep it a buck. They did. They did. Miss Shawn is one of the main examples of that. Yeah, she had her dealings and her bouts. Difference of opinions. I might have said, I don't agree with Miss Shawn on that. However, I always knew that she wasn't that type of lady. You get what I'm saying? But I just feel like, sometimes people think when you're quiet, you're weak for some odd reason. They think because you don't say nothing, you're weak. But actually, a lot of people, when they're quiet, they're really observant. When a person gets quiet on you, they're really observing everything, and they're checking the room. You get what I mean? They're checking the
That's
plays, and they
exactly
checking
right.
the room.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
they checking. Yeah, they checking the room. So basically, if I get quiet on you, just know I'm in think mode. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that I reserve that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna be all the way out here. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the live button because you said something I didn't like. You get what I'm saying? And welcome to the stage, our beautiful sister, Miss Shawn.
Hey,
Welcome
you
in, Miss
guys. Hey,
Shawn.
TC. Hey, Mina. Mina, this is my first time. My first time even talk. Maybe in the chat once or twice, but it's my first time ever talking to you, really.
Welcome
Yes.
on the panel. Glad to see you. Glad to have you here, Miss
You
Shawn.
as
It
well. You
is.
as well. Hey, Tiff.
Hey, beautiful. How you doing, baby?
I am good. I am good. Just that dialogue off what TC said. You are absolutely right, TC, because I would say when people say you are quiet, it means that you are weak. And that's one of the things that I got in this talk. But that never really bothered me because I've always been quiet. But the word observant always fell in the same sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Observant, checking, your surroundings before
you jump the gun, before you make a rational, comment or decision or anything. Even if a person coming at you wrong way, I still didn't want to come at them because sometimes people's anger on the outside tells a lot about what's going on the inside. So you don't want to attack too hard because you don't know. And I know that's like, well, that's not your problem, but that's just how I've always been. So, but I want to say I have watched y'all, and I'm gonna say this, Tina, y'all, TC, and Mina, y'all are what I will call true supporters. Yeah, I can't touch y'all. I can't touch y'all with a long hand spoon. I can't touch y'all. I can't, because you guys showed up and y'all showed out for the right people. You guys did.
Right.
You guys
Well,
did, and I
thank
have
that.
to give you your flowers for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I can't claim supporter. I can't claim that because I didn't do half the things that you guys did. You guys got up, made the time, spoke positive when you did. Of course, we all had our little, we all had our little thing going, but you guys spoke positive. And when it got a little rough, you guys said, you know what? This is what it looks like, and that's not what I represent. And I seen y'all when y'all pulled out. It wasn't that you stopped supporting. You was like, this ain't us. We don't do this type of thing. So you don't want it to get that way. So I seen that. And I have to say, I have to give y'all flowers. It's really admirable that you guys did that.
Thank
I
you, Miss Shawn.
appreciate that, Miss Shawn. I
That
really
means
do.
a lot. That means a lot because that's your sentiments is exactly, I think, our sentiments in regards to the pullout. Like, hey, that's not what we do. That's not what we've ever done. But I appreciate your flowers. It was definitely for us. The support was real. It was real.
Was.
And
Yes.
it was for good intentions, for good intent, for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Well, y'all did it. I ain't gonna lie. I watched from a distance. I never said any. Of course, y'all know I never said anything, but I watched from a distance, and that's why I can checkmate that observation because I said super fans are really super fans. Okay.
We got our sister Ashley D up here on the stage.
Ashley D.
Hey, beautiful ladies.
Hey,
Welcome, welcome,
Ashley.
sis. Welcome.
Hey, sis, my sisters. How's everybody
Shout
doing tonight?
out.
Doing great. How are you
Good.
doing?
How about you?
I'm doing well, you guys. This is a beautiful moment to me. It really is. It's very powerful. And everything Tiffany said, it was resonating with me. The poem was resonating with me. What you ladies spoke about in the beginning. Like all of us have been dealing or have dealt with a rough deck of cards throughout this whole sector. But we rose and we're here. We made it.
Yeah,
And
we did.
that's real. That's real right there.
And you know what's
I
even
don't.
more real? You ladies recognizing that and able to point that out. That's real.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Ash, thank you for that too. I don't think some people realize what it means to be passionate about something that you believe in, right? And so that's where it's easy for me to extend my respect to anyone that I don't necessarily agree with. I don't have to agree with you to respect you, or even be in a room with you. I don't have to necessarily, and I think that that's just maturity. I think that that is just me being sure of myself. Like, I'm okay with myself. I'm confident. If I believe in something, I believe in it. I don't need validation from anyone to make me feel what I'm doing is right for what I'm deciding for whatever it is I'm deciding to do. So I genuinely respect other women who stand on their 10 toes on what they believe. And I don't have to agree with you. And that doesn't mean that I have to be your enemy either. I don't have to be your enemy. Like, I respect your strength. I do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's just part of being able to rise, being able, because if you can't grow, you're going to stay in the space you're in, period. Like you just are just going to be stuck wherever you are at. And I just don't believe in being stuck. I don't believe in being, stagnant. For what? It's too much. It's too much in life to offer that out there to go after, to be stuck in any space. So quite honestly, for me, if I don't see any growth in a situation, I have to remove myself.
Exactly.
If I'm around
how I
people
am.
that I see that I know I can't grow with, I gotta remove myself.
Me too. Like
Absolutely.
I just cannot. And I just want to give a shout out to Ashley.
Yes,
Ashley. Ashley. If no one has told you, I'm going to tell you, but I'm pretty sure Tiff tells you all the time. But your growth has really got
Yes.
me on it's like
Don't
I
make
just was
me
like, at
cry.
one point, I was like, what is wrong with this chick? But as I see, but I was like, as I seen you, your elevation and your growth, you know what I'm saying? Even in the midst of you growing, I seen in certain lives when I seen, I was like, okay, because I'm being observant now. I could
Yep.
see like sometimes you would get frustrated, and then it was like you reeled it back in. And it was like, nope, nope. Let me stay on course. This is what I said I was going to do, and this is what I'm going to do. I started off watching you because of your shorts. I used to,
Yes.
I
I
was gonna say
love
that
your
too.
shorts.
I'm coming back, TC, and that's the
I
thing about
love
you
them
too.
shorts. You know what I'm saying? I
You
was like,
encouraged
she
me
is
to do
so
that.
beautiful. She is beautiful, man. And I'm like,
Aw.
I love your shorts. And that's what actually, and I'm not going to, that's inspired me to do my shorts. You know what I'm saying? My positive affirmations because of you. You know what I mean? And you always had a positive word to say. So it
I
was
told
like,
you, Ashley. Didn't I tell you, girl?
Yes, you sure did. And that's what's crazy. Sean told me, and TC told me on the low, she like, sis, you got to get back to doing your shorts. And that's the wonderful thing about us women. We can elevate each other and encourage each other to do what's right or what works for you. Everybody
yeah,
can't do that. We want to see everybody win.
yeah, yeah,
And where we see that strength is we want to flower it. We want to water it. We want it to grow. I didn't mean to say flower it. Lord, it's Ashley D bedtime on the low. But all of you ladies are beautiful and very strong. And that's what I got a chance to see. Outside of everybody being friends with this person and that person, I got a chance to see you as an individual.
Yes.
And I got a chance to see the beauty, the essence, like, wow, she's so dope, she's so cool, or she's such a happy, bubbly person, and then you connect and you feel like you know them on a one-on-one basis. And TC and Mina, when I tell you guys, you read somebody so classy, I said, I love it. Your roast is classy, and I never seen anything like it. It's like Phaedra off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I love it. I get popcorn ready. Like Tiffany have the roast of all times. Sean have the roast where people don't expect it. She said it might go over your head, but Ashley D don't miss it. And you guys will read you and then get back on cue, read you again. And I'm like, dang, I freaking love these ladies. They do. And you're a dope duo together. And you inspire other women to get out there and keep living in their truth, fix their crown. And that's wonderful.
yeah.
Well, Ash, hold on, Ash. I can't let you come up here and just get away with all them flowers you throwing over here. I'm catching them. No, I'm catching them. I'm catching them. Hold on. Because let me just say this. Y'all know I don't be messing with this internet, but I'm like, okay, let me go and start messing with this internet. But I've always been around, and I think like Miss Sean, I'm observant. I am the quiet one, but don't test me. I'm that chick,
Yeah.
But so Ash, like, okay, so I've always said, oh, she's pretty. She look like Alicia Keys. That's who she looked like to me. So when people was throwing shade and trying to talk about you, I mean, clear hate, right? So I love the fact that you don't give nan s. You don't care. Like you a rebel, like you a warrior. You go out if it's you just don't care. You're gonna fight your fight. by yourself.
Period.
And I
Yes.
respect that. But let me tell you why. I understand why, because we from the same parts. We from the same, we
Mm-hmm.
from there, we roundabout around that D. So I get it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What up, though?
Yes, period. All day.
Oh, bye, Blue.
Well,
Blue said he leaving. Bye, Blue. Blue, I really appreciate you coming over here. I'm glad that you subscribed because he wasn't even subscribed to the channel. So big up, big shout out to Blue. Big shout out
Shout
to
out to
Blue.
Brother
Blue.
Blue.
if y'all don't mind, cousins, do you mind real quick if I say something real quick?
No.
Go ahead.
I didn't want to interrupt nothing, but while we do have 249 of you beautiful people here, we have the beautiful cousins, my beautiful cousins, TC and Mina, Sister Mel, Sister Ashley, Sister Sean up here. And we do have some of our wonderful women who are not yet on the stage and may not make it. Due to that, I want to say this real quick. To Miss Fee, if you can hear me, I know you in the chat, but if you can hear me, because I know you on the call, shout out to you. No pressure for you, but we rocks with you. And listen, Linda, you are a part of people who have you done did your thing out here, and you done also took some hits as well, you and your son. And that does not go unnoticed, just because we've all may have took some hits, gave some hits or whatever, it doesn't mean we turn a blind eye to everybody's story individually
Right.
throughout this time,
Absolutely.
wrong, right, or indifferent. I just want to give you your shout out for standing in your paint, and just being a part of this wonderful movement. You know what I'm saying? And we happy to know you and happy to grow with you. You know what I'm saying, through this process. But Miss Amore, you're not here. But I want to say shout out to you. One thing is true, and one thing is for certain. I gotta say this. Because we are talking about breaking barriers and things of that nature, and she's not up here with us right now.
Right.
But I gotta say, if y'all don't mind, shout out to Miss Amore, because we did come out with a lot of people as content creators behind a certain side. Way, way more. And it kept growing, and it kept growing, and it kept growing. But to keep it hot, for most of the run when we was in this thing, that lady was front running the panels for that side all by herself.
She sure was.
She was.
I gotta make this thing clear here, because whether you like her, you hate her, you love her. What that lady did was she front line like the captain that she is. Listen, Linda, captain in real life, but she embodies what she knows in real life, and she applied that thing on this here app. And when we talk about all of us who got hit, right, we all took some stuff, and I don't want to compare one person to the next. But while we started this thing with a few other sisters doing this with us, and even some brothers or whatever, that lady was taking hits the entire time.
10 toes down, she was 10 toes down.
That is not recognized enough. People might call it, brown nose and this. No. Everybody want to sit here and get so much credit and not really give credit what credit due. But that lady ran a whole side by herself, meaning there was not many content creators behind Brianna, and nobody listened when that lady used to say it's 50 lemma, y'all. Well, listen, it was 50 lemma of us.
It sure
didn't have to feel too bad.
Cousin, but cousin, check it out though.
Yes, baby.
Hey, Amora.
Check it out. This is the thing that I myself have to admit in regards to Amora, is that you have to respect it. You do. You have to respect, even if you don't like her. If you don't even like the lady, the people who don't like her, they still gotta respect it. That's the funny part.
Me and Mina used to be behind the scenes like, she a fucking beast.
So, you know, I have to say this because I have to say this though, because I said it to my sister earlier. I said, and we even talked about it, but let's talk about it, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So she did a live, I think in the middle of the night, last night, and I listened to a little bit of it. I listened to 15 minutes of it, as a matter of fact. And when I say, first of all, let me give my disclaimer, because I don't be clout chasing and I don't be capping and all that other stuff. But I gotta say this because it's factual.
Yeah.
She be saying shit, and I be knowing shit. And it be right.
Yeah.
And I don't talk to her.
Yeah.
And it be tripping me out though. She did that. And that live she did last night, the 15 minutes in, accurate. I just gotta say that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because for whatever reason, in regards to that saga thing, whatever that is, or for whatever reason she's in place, rather if you agree with her content or not, it's something there. It's something that has attracted people to her. And so, you know, I give my flowers where flowers are due. She has it. She got the it, whatever it is, in this regard of this content creator in this sector. You know, so whether you like her or not, she got it.
Yeah.
She got it. And I'm flabbergasted in the area of knowing some things and then hearing her be accurate.
Yeah.
Knowing that she hasn't, like, she is like, she just know.
Yeah. It's like,
crazy.
Like, TC, did you talk to Amara? I said, about what? And she said, did you hear her live? And I said, I'm listening to it now. And I was like, no, you know, I'm like, I'm just telling you that she just be on it. Like, she a beast. Like, I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, you know, sometimes I feel like God reveals things to you through other people. I'm just a firm believer of that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes this is his way of revealing things to you. Things that you probably had questions about. If you don't know him and you ask him and you know you waiting for the answer from him.
He give you a sign.
Yes, through other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when she do it, it's like, did you hear what she just said? And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I don't how, you know what I'm saying? But it's like she got it. And it's like Mina said, you have to respect it. Nothing else. Like she's on her elevation. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about with women, us Black women especially, because it's always like we always acting like we crabs in a bucket, like we don't want to be happy or celebrate the next woman for elevating. And that's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not in a space that my family's not like that. We celebrate people when they do accomplish, or they have accomplishment, or they have achievements, any little thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm all about uplifting. If anybody know me, I'm all about uplifting. So I can't socialize or be around or have myself in a space with women who ain't trying to elevate. You know, right. So that's my thing with Amora, because you know she's all about elevation. She's all about trying to help the next woman be a better woman.
She is. Hold on, y'all, 1 second, because we got our little sister Miss Mel on the panel. Welcome on, Miss Mel. Thank you for being so patient with us.
Hey, sissies.
Hey, my Chicago little sis.
Hey, Miss Sean, Tiff the gift. All my
baby sisters. Girl.
I just wanted to say I love y'all, like for real. Y'all know I ain't really been through a lot of stuff that y'all have been through up in these streets, but I've seen it all. I've definitely seen it all. You know, I probably had a little action, you know, over there, you know, where I'm at, but at the end of the day, one thing I am is a very positive supporter, a very loyal supporter. You know what I mean? And man, like I just love it where I'm at. I love being around the women that I'm around. You know, like we really can talk our stuff, and then we can turn around. We can be on some serious stuff. We educate each other. You know what I mean? Like we really are like a family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I'm always gonna be standing 10 toes down. Trust and believe that. So I'm
Yeah.
right here.
Good,
I got
so.
y'all back. Y'all know I got y'all back.
Yeah. And we
And
appreciate
we
that.
got your back, girl.
Yes, girl. And it's like, it's like us as super fans, we handle ourselves in a space to where we feel like we don't have to prove ourselves because we know what type of women we are, period, right? But
Yeah.
it's like we're not gonna have nobody out here bashing or defaming our character when we know who we are, you know? So it's
Yeah.
not like that's when we say we don't do the back and forth. We don't do the back and forth, but we will address you one time, to
Absolutely.
let you know what's going on. And
Yeah.
we keep it a moving. We don't care if y'all make 1,500 lives
I
after we've
promise.
addressed it one time. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's your
We
energy
don't
and
need,
your
yeah,
time, right?
that's your problem. That's
Yeah.
your problem to deal with. But
But
we
one
just handling,
thing,
we just handling the problem with you, defaming our character and our names. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what type of women we are, and we know what we represent. And can't nobody take that from us at all.
That's
yeah,
right.
you
That's
know,
exactly right, TC. That
Yeah.
is so right. And
Yes.
can I say one? I don't want to interrupt nobody. Can I say one thing, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes.
I want to say something about first I'm gonna say something about Amora, and I'm gonna say something about what you just said, TC, about knowing who you are. You know, this whether or not you come on, don't matter what you come on here as, like I said one time, YouTube was new to me. So you're never too old to be new to something. So you got to learn the rules, you got to learn everything about it. So along the way, you're going to take some hits, some punches. You're going to take that, but it's a learning growth. But I'm going to say this, there was a point in time where I said, well, somebody say something to me, I got to defend myself. And then what I started doing? I started pulling back and sitting down, listening, just listening. And I'm just like, these people sound crazy. Like,
Yeah.
to me engaging, and I mean, it's not being mean, but me engaging back in it was just saying, you're defending. Why would you defend something? Or why would you feel you need to get up on your platform and constantly go after somebody you've never met, somebody who knows nothing about your struggles, your hurt, your everything you've been through, but you're gonna find the time to defend yourself? And I said, nah, I'm good. So right then is what I just learned. I know who I am. I know what I've been through. You don't know. You know what you want me to be. You know the version of me of what you want me to be in your head. So I'm gonna let you keep that version, but I know who I am. And I don't say anything. And I'm gonna say this about Amora. I feel a little bit opposite of y'all because Amora, when Amora was on the scene, I agree with y'all. Amora she is a beast.
Yes, she is.
She is a beast. She speaks her mind. She speaks the truth. But one thing that got me was the Amora that I met off social media. That's what got me. When I met Amora off social media, I seen a little bit of the Amora on social media, but I seen the wife Amora. I seen the softer side of Amora. And more, I ain't saying you soft, so don't be getting me on that. But I seen the person. I seen the person and the dialogue that she has. And you are so right, TC. She is about growth, because all she talked about to me was what you can do, what you are good at. You should do this. You should do that. That is her conversation. No matter what anybody wants to believe, that is what she's about. She is about helping people. She is about helping people. And I'm going to put this out there. The love that I witnessed that her husband has for her, that's why she don't defend it, because she knows it. And I have seen it. I have seen it. Them two are like two school kids together. I promise you, two school kids together. and they have a wonderful relationship. And I think that's why she don't defend it. She don't have to.
Right.
She doesn't have
Come on.
So
Yeah.
when you don't have to defend something, it's because you're confident and you know what it is.
Mhm.
And so that's what I love about Amora. The person she is, not the content creator, but the person that I know Amora to be.
So,
Right.
Miss Shawn, I have to agree with you in regards to the fact, like, you met Amora outside of the internet.
Mhm.
My sister TC has met a few content creators outside of the internet, and of course, I've met my sister outside of the internet as well. But to me, that allows you to really give a fair assessment, like you just did.
Yes, absolutely.
And so no one may not ever understand that because that's your experience and that's okay. But your testimony holds a lot of weight to that. It does. And it does make a difference when you are able to have that I guess I like intimate moment or that one-on-one with people that you're building a relationship with outside of the internet, because this is a whole nother matrix, literally.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I respect that. Totally.
It is.
Yes. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. If you have not hit the like button, Bushwashers, because I know y'all watching. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you want to donate to this channel. You can drop us a super chat, super sticker. Our Cash App banner is scrolling across the screen. It is the $ Superfan Podcast. We appreciate everything. We still have not set goals. Once again, cousin, you're gonna have to get with us behind the scenes and show us how to be working this thing, since now we are monetized and everything. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the graphs up, we ain't with the high rollers yet, you know what I'm saying? So we still is in the baking stage, but we will appreciate anything that you all contribute to us and our growth in our channel. And we just appreciate y'all being here listening to this, because sometimes you need to step away from the chaos. Sometimes you
Absolutely.
have to step away from that chaos and
Mhm.
try to have something to reprogram your mind. Sometimes our mind can be derailed from a lot of chaos because it's so many things or so much going on. You don't know sometimes where you want your mind to go. But sometimes you need something lighter to make sure that you stay on task as far as where your elevation is supposed to be going.
Right.
Because you can't elevate if your mind is in chaotic manner. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. There's
Mm.
no way. You're going to stay stuck there in the chaos if you're not trying to elevate, or if you're trying to elevate and the chaos is hit, you got to reprogram your mind. So that's why it's amazing to see how many people that are in this chat that are here, and they coming over here to hear some positive stuff, about women building up other women, or saying positive things about women. You know what I'm saying? And I like that, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for that.
Hey, sis,
I
and not only do
yeah.
we have the chat, we also have Bushwatchers. We have people that is listening, and this is resonating with them. It's somebody out there that this resonates with, but they're afraid to even get in the chat,
Yeah.
because they fear
You see
judgment.
Mama 3
I see her.
while you were saying that she was writing it.
I do
Oh.
want to say this to the chat also. Since it is a nice amount of people up in here, y'all please stop allowing people to put batteries in y'all back. Like seriously,
That
be your own authentic self. Seriously.
Right.
You can go and follow and support and do whatever it is that you want to do. Stop allowing people, to make the choices for you.
Yes.
Don't worry about how somebody else thinks. Seriously.
Mhm.
Just do you and be you. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right. Free your
Or
mind.
jumping on a bandwagon.
Yeah. Like, no, have your own mind.
Yeah.
Y'all know, the way I feel in regards to Superfan as a brand and what the work that we did do. And I don't want to go too far down this path, but the fact that we could relieve ourselves of something that was unproductive, unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think anybody should be inspired on that side. If you ask me.
Yeah.
I think anybody that know the BS, they know it's some bullshit.
Yes.
Just remove yourself. You don't have to keep going in chat. But I'm not trying to tell you not to support nobody. Support who you support. But if
And
you
you don't
know,
owe nobody
you know
no
it's not
explanation.
right, remove yourself. It's that type of simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't
Yeah.
be mad at me because I'm I'm smart enough and I'm strong enough to know when to put a period on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You get uneasy, when you feel certain energy and you don't connect anymore. That energy is off. Like, what am I saying? Why am I saying this? Why do I feel? You start asking yourself different questions. That's what kind of happened to me. Like, this don't feel right. What I'm saying, it doesn't feel right. Do I believe what I'm saying? Those are the things that I would ask myself. And I'm gonna say the supporters. Oh my God, the supporters over here. I don't care if you want to call them Amora supporters, Brianna supporters. I don't care who supporters you want to call them. But I'm gonna say they are very genuine. They make you feel comfortable to be yourself. They're not judgmental. They're very protective. And I have to say, Glenn, it's too many names. Glenn, Marissa, Tamik, Candy, Brown Eyes. It's just so many of them. The ones that are just Nahimi. It's just too many to name, but they really do stand in the gap for you. I'm gonna tell you something, because they stand in the gap for you. But the thing about it is, they gonna tell you when you're wrong, because it's a few of them. When I was doing on Robert Dior, when I was on Robert over the definitive, they would come over to the chat. It was never disrespectful. I'm gonna say it was never disrespectful, but they told me when I was wrong, and they peeped a lot of stuff. I never said anything, but they peeped stuff. They peeped a lot of stuff. I think they peeped my spirit, my energy, especially Tamik. They peeped a lot of stuff. So I have to appreciate them for that. So, shout out to them for real. For real, for real.
Miss Shawn and y'all, I think I would say for myself, and I might be in this alone, but for me, it's relationships. It's not even about a content creator. It's about building relationships. It's about building healthy relationships. So just because a couple of years ago you came into a space and you spoke out about something that you felt was right, you truly believed, and you did your thing, it shouldn't restrict you from connecting. I'm sorry. You can never get me to believe that I'm not supposed to connect with people, or I have to be in fear with my socialization.
Right.
That's crazy. That's abnormal.
Or you don't like a person, you want me not to like them. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, because I'm definitely an individual. You get what I mean? So you can't stop my connection with someone. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to hinder my growth because you're stuck where you are. You get what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
And especially if you're stuck in chaos.
Yes.
If you're stuck in a situation that constantly, you've got to constantly battle, fight, be uneasy, or you just know it's negative.
Yes.
If you're okay with it, then it's for you, right? Stay there. But if you really know that that's not who you are, that's not your core, why are you there? Why are you in that space?
Yes.
Start questioning yourself. Yes.
I feel like with a lot of supposed to be professional and mature women, I feel like you have those ones that are going to push you to the next level. You do have those ones that will push you to the next level because they do want to see the elevation, and they sometimes or all the time they want to see the outcome of the elevation. So they're going to rock out with you. That's what you call support. And I do want to reel it back into Amora's support. When I say she got some die-hard supporters.
She does.
They support. They support, and they are very intelligent women. They are, they're not biased. You know what I'm saying? They're not biased, and for a moment, because when we was doing our thing, we did things, okay, they biased, they whatever. But the more that I engage with them, the more that they are inviting. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
TC.
they just,
Yes,
they're
they
inviting, even
are.
though, they invited. They were inviting, and they wasn't negative. So they just let me know that they observe it too. They're very observant. So they are with the elevation. They're not they good for pulling their sisters up. They're not good for bashing their sisters or making them feel a way about something, or they respect your opinion. Either you have one, they respect it. And that's what I can appreciate about them. I also, these other women that I put on the thumbnail, I also want to give Miss Fee a shout out as well, because Miss Fee, I've seen your growth.
Yep.
From when you first stepped
And
on
Miss
the
Fee, I'm
scene.
gonna need you to grab that link, ma'am.
Yeah, she
Sorry,
do need
sis,
to
Miss
but
bring
I
Fee,
need you to
her
Miss
grab that
Fee,
link, ma'am.
Come
yeah,
on,
Miss
get up
Fee,
here,
I
Miss
need
Fee.
you to
I'm gonna
grab the
drop
link,
that
Miss
link one
Fee.
more
I
again.
already said it. You need to bring your
Girl,
butt
I'm
up
gonna
there.
drop that link one more again. One more
Miss
again. Not
Fee,
again.
I
One
don't
more
care
again.
about no, I don't care about that
Hang
crying. I
that
don't care
phone
about
call
none of
up,
that.
okay?
yes,
Yeah, I
cause
Hang
don't
it
care
up.
about none of that.
she got
I'm on my
footprints
way to
coming all
Chicago.
through this YouTube.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that,
I'm
Fee.
on my way to Chi-Town.
Yeah,
You
right.
hang the phone up.
I don't want to hear that, Fee, but I just feel like when you first came on the scene, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, where'd she come from? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't even know that you were one of Tiff's moms. I didn't know that. But when you came on the scene, you had a different outlook. But it's like just within these last few months, I've seen your elevation. I've
Right.
seen your growth. I can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
game night sometime. I'd be like, when game night? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's like, people, like I said, everybody has their platform and they have their own specialty on how they run their platforms. Even the music, you know what I'm saying? And she plays, when she have music night, even when nephew Jay Bands have his music nights, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be in his bushes and I definitely be in hers, you know what I'm saying? But I speak. But it's like you could tell the difference from when she started out, just like Ashley, to now. So that tells me that when you feel like when you're comfortable and with being with yourself, you're so relaxed and it seems like everything runs better. That's how I see it.
Yeah. When you're exactly right. When you are able to be yourself, it's a whole different situation, whole different. When you walking on eggshells and you want to make sure, oh, let me make sure I say this right. Oh, I better not say this. I don't want this person to think I'm talking about. Oh, I couldn't do it. It was driving me insane. I couldn't do it. Like,
Oh, you sound like me a year ago, Lord.
yeah,
Miss Shay.
yeah,
Lord, I
I
couldn't
couldn't
do it.
do it. I couldn't,
Yeah.
like, that's not being real. You just feel, you definitely feel fake. Now, Tiff, the gift. Girl, what I tell you, Tiff can do a roast, but at the same time, my thing with Tiffany is I listen to Tiffany a lot. I don't say much in the chat, but I listen to her. And Tiffany always has a good message. You listen, she has a good message in what she's saying. And depending on, your mindset or whatever, you can understand what she said because she be hitting so many points. It's not even funny.
Mhm.
Thank you,
So
Sean. Thank
You
you.
know what I was going to say? You
absolutely.
know what? When I started listening
Thank
to her,
you.
like really taking a deep dive, listening to Cousin, I had already knew. I said, she family. She family. That's family.
Oh
Because
yeah,
she
What?
just
be
brings so much
reading it.
different light, some different points, and she never misses. That's what I like. She never misses. She's never missed nothing with me. She's always keeping me engaged. I want to stay to the end all the time. Sometimes I can't, but I'll be like, I got to go back and watch it. I'm like, okay, I was right here, and I don't want to miss a beat because she never misses. You know what I'm saying?
Tiff would tell you more about yourself than you knew about
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you about my cousin. Let
Right.
me speak my piece in regards to break room, right? So over this time of being on this internet, on this YouTube, out of all content creators, she's my favorite. I have to say.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I personally, first of all, we're both Scorpio. So I totally relate to her. I relate to her. I honestly, she's like, she reminds me of myself in so many ways. But I don't say that to toot my own horn. I say that I feel like that's my connection to her, because it was many, many, many nights that I would listen to her and just be dying laughing, because she would be saying the things I would want to say, but I wasn't saying it. She gave no fucks, and she was saying it. Like, she was saying it, and then she's hilarious. She's very artistic. She's very creative. She's
I agree.
she's
I think
her
we
on her
latched on
own.
I think we latched on way back. We latched on to you a long
Yeah.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, like, she's very unique, extremely unique. Like, there's no other one of her. And I respect her. I respect her path. I respect her steps that she's in. She own it. She don't care how you feel. And then even when you don't, she's another one. Even when you don't like her, you still gotta respect her. Like, even if you think you don't, you still do, because you're paying her attention. She's that chick.
I agree with you, man.
Very dope.
I'll definitely get that
Thank you,
Scorpio.
family.
Yeah, she has so many different layers to her. She's just not one brick room. She has different
No.
layers. She has different
Mel
layers.
relate though, but no, seriously, I know, Mel, what you do. You got the floor. I want to hear this, because I already know what you're about to say.
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
That's that good old Scorpio energy. I'm telling you, that's all I was about to say. I agree exactly what you're talking about, Mina, because that's how I am. And I mean, seriously, I already know people always probably feel some type of way, like, Mel always over there. If she ain't gonna be nowhere else, she gonna be over there with Tiff. Or she with Tiff. She a strong supporter. You damn right, because she the only one making make sense. Y'all not making shit make sense.
Yes, she does.
Like, I literally be cussing out my phone or cussing out my laptop when some people be going live. Like, I just completely feel at home when I'm at Tiff Chat.
Yeah, that's why I said she family.
Like, make that shit make sense. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Linda. Amen. Say
No
man.
energy, boy.
Amen. Say man. Y'all about to have me
sit
up
there and
here.
take these goddamn flowers. Be quiet. Take these flowers.
Tiff, you over there cutting onions.
Put them in the
Well, y'all got me a little choked up. Y'all got me a little choked up.
Don't do it.
But I must say this. For starters, thank you, ladies, wholeheartedly, from the panel to the chat, for real. Y'all words mean everything to me. Y'all listen. I love all you women so very much. And I don't take your words for granted. And it keeps me humble. It keeps me appreciative and filled with gratitude for each and every one of you. But with that being said, let me spin the block real quick. Let me spin a block real quick. I'm gonna try to make y'all. I ain't gonna take too much of this. But you ladies' words were so wonderful. I'm not gonna miss my chance to spin a block real quick. For starters, she's not in here right now, but I do want to say shout out to Ashley D. We've come a heck of a long way, and we have thus far beat the odds of the naysayers and those that didn't really favor us being aligned in this, that, and the third. And everybody is welcome to their opinion. However, I am very glad nonetheless that we have maintained a perfectly imperfect friendship within this sisterhood. I am grateful for with no cap, the rock that you chose to be, you volunteered to be behind me, and therefore I do not regret volunteering and being a rock behind you as well. I appreciate your tenacity and that you fight the good fight by yourself or all the time, just like the rest of us. And I respect your growth, because I have been able to see a happier Ashley D. You're funny as heck. And you are a very beautiful woman, a very beautiful person, whether you on camera, whether you in a short or whatever. I think you are a very beautiful person, and continue to grow, continue to step into who you want to be. Because I know that you started content creation before this saga, and that Ashley was all right, all right, all right. You know,
Yes.
was just as well. So shout out to you, baby girl, and I appreciate you. Now,
Yes.
I had to say that to you because you're not up here with us, and I ain't want to miss the chance for you to catch it if you could. But let me spin a block real quick and say, first of all, to Miss Sean, I want to give a big shout out to you because we do talk a lot about class, and one thing that no one has ever really been able to take from you is the fact that you are a classy woman. You are well versed. You
Mhm.
are articulate with your words, which is something I do greatly appreciate in you. I think that you have maintained a lot of emotional maturity through your thick and thin in this situation, and have stood 10 toes in your ground. And I can tell from listening to your sons that you are a wonderful mother, and your boys stand behind you. You know, them men stand behind you, and shout out to them. But you have been a joy to watch. I think you do
Mhm.
great work as a
Mhm.
content creator, and I enjoy getting to know you through these chats and things as well. It's been great getting to see you more, because there was a time I didn't, because we weren't so together, you know.
Right.
And I'm appreciating where we are, and I certainly appreciate where we're going, and I look forward to seeing you as we level up, you know. And
Absolutely. Thank you so
to
much, Steph. I appreciate you.
you already know, baby. To my baby girl Mel, you already know you keeps me laughing. You keep me on my toes. You are hilarious, and you have been a amazing supporter to me in more ways than one, sis. And I greatly appreciate you always standing behind me, and you always saw and wanted to see the best out of me. And I've heard it in you. We do have a back end, and you are just as precious and funny on the back end as you are on the front. You are unapologetically you. And I love you for that. And that's something I appreciate in you. And you're very beautiful. And Amora said drop the link. So thank you, Mel, and I love you so much, sis. Last but certainly not least, before I pass this mic, is to my cousins. I love you two ladies so much. One of you I have had the pleasure of meeting, and you are just as much everything in person, TC Chronicles, as you are out here in the field with us. Mina, I have a back end with you, and I have gotten to experience you on personal conversations, and just your business mind amazes me. You know, it's bigger. Our relationship is way bigger than this saga situation.
Yes.
Just getting to know the women that you are both are on the back end and out here. Who you are up here is who you are back there. You heard me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is the most perfect way I can say it. Getting to know y'all, calling you my cousins is not a title that I throw around easily. And you
Oh.
two have held that title down that I gave with love. You were given it, but you also earned it. And I love the women that you are. I thank you for being two people that know how to give it up any way it needs to be given. And you stand in your position. You're both very smart, business savvy. And I admire the shit out of both of you. Shout out to these women on the panel that I've come to love and grow with and care for. And I just wish y'all so much success in doing what y'all do beautifully. You know, slow and steady gonna always win the race. To the chat before I shut up is y'all down there. This the title of this is called Breaking Barriers. And I want y'all to know that throughout my time here, I have had a lot of people that had become barriers left and right, barriers up and down who have tried to break me, take me, and sometimes shake me. But because this is called Breaking Barriers, I want you all to know that the barriers that I have found myself crossing, considering them obstacles, you have been the pieces of that to break them. The barriers that were once obstacles beneath my footsteps, you all have become these gifts to me, these gifts to Tiff that I do not take for granted. Thank you for breaking barriers with us, chat family, and for whoever catch the replay. I just wanted to make sure everybody gets their flowers. And King Gene, Toya, listen, I gotta drop this on y'all because he ain't up here. King Gene, just to make sure this is done, because I don't want to leave no stone unturned collectively. And I want to say to King Gene, look, listen, I have not gotten to know you personally, but through the YouTube streets, I got to let you know that a lot of people love to pick on how you talk, but baby, listen, they was mistaken on how you walk. And we found out, baby, you walk some like a dog. You heard me? And I got to give you your flowers that they act like they can't hear you, like your tongue all tied up. But baby, somebody around here been hearing you, because honey, you've been hot and heavy in these streets. You've been a problem out here in these streets, child. And the same way you've been a problem, you have also been solving them. So listen, baby, tell them don't worry about how you talk, just worry about how you walk, and you keep walking them down like a dog. You heard me? Shout out to Jeannie. Shout out to King Gene.
And I just want to say to Sean real quick, you do handle yourself with grace and poise. I just want to say that because when I heard that they took when you did that live and someone took you off your rocker, I said, now who did something to Miss Sean? Now she don't mess with nobody. You know what I'm saying? She be in her little corner. She don't mess with nobody. So I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you still came back and you was back to Miss Sean. And it's like you straightened it and you straightened it with poise. That's what I'm saying. Like you still straightened it with poise. So that's why I'm engaged. Like sometimes I be glad when I catch your live. Sometimes I can't catch them, but I always watch your replays. You know what I'm saying? Just like all your stories. I love what you talk about. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate what you bring to this social media platform. I really do. And I respect you for that. And for Mel, my little sister, she has become my little sister. Sis, I'm sorry. Sometimes I be falling asleep on the phone with you.
It never fails.
We have our late night conversations, and it's like I'm talking to my little sister. And I appreciate that we can hear each other out and we respect each other. And it's like we got each other back. We give each other advice. And it's like you understand and you take it with grace. You don't get mad. You don't say nothing. And it's like we just still bond like that. And that's what I like about women, strong women. You get what I'm saying? Strong women. So I just wanted to get that out real quick. But we got
Hold on, because that's the whole tight, real tight for a second. Hold up, okay? Because we're not gonna move too fast. Because we handing out flowers, and I have to give my flowers to my sister, to TC, because she have caught some dust around here too, right? And I've always said you have to know her. You really have to know her. She's very outspoken. You cannot change her mind once it says. She doesn't waver. She's a love bug. Like she's a free spirit. I love her. I love that about her. She's genuine. And either you like her or you don't. But if you don't like her, you got a problem with me too. You know, she come on these airwaves and she speaks volumes with her voice. Even if she's saying, you know what I mean? She's saying it. She said it. Know what I mean?
Shout
You
out to
know,
Cut.
and she loved herself. She loved the skin she's in. I love her confidence. I love when we walk in a room, how she lights up the room. Her conversation piece is bomb. You know, she knows how to talk to people. You know, I love people that know how to speak with people, how to network. That's her. So she's truly my sister, and she's a gift. And if you miss out on that gift, that's on you. Not Tiff the gift, because she'll give too, but TC is a gift. So I just want to give my
Yes.
Thank
sister her
you,
flowers.
sister.
I agree. I agree.
And I
100%.
love you too. I love you. I love
Likewise.
you.
I love y'all. Oh my God.
And Miss Mel, you know I
Hey,
love you
Mr.
too, little sis.
Mora.
We
Yes,
got
thank
Miss
you.
Samora is in the.
Laura.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
get in here.
Yeah.
Get in
Get in
Get
here.
in here. Y'all. Hey, ladies. Hey, queens. How y'all doing? How y'all
Hey,
doing?
Amora.
I've
Hey,
been out
sweetheart.
and about all
Hey.
day, but I said, let me just, Tinkers called me and said, are you on the live? I said, oh, shoot, I forgot about it. And so I said, let me chime in right quick. So I came on, and I've been listening, but I'm packing at the same time. But I said, I want to hop up right quick and just let y'all first say thank you for even having a panel like this. I know Sister Jenny did it some months ago, and it was beautiful. Um, all them flowers y'all giving out though do be making a sister want to cut some onions or whatever. However, I appreciate you guys. I really do. I heard some of the kind words, and I'll go back and listen to the rest when you guys get off. But I appreciate you guys for even noticing, that I did stand firm for a long time. And boy, y'all tried to knock a sister down. Y'all tried to knock a sister down. But I was like, heck no, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. But I will say this. I like grown woman ish. Okay. I've always said this, and the supporters can back me up on this one. I feel like if two adults can just stop and just listen to one another, not even try to agree, but just listen to one another, hear each other out, and respect each other, right? Then there's no problem with coming together. This is just a thing we went through. But some people's trying to make it their whole life for the rest of your life. Oh my God.
Yes.
If you once, against her, and if you talk to her now, you're evil, you're demonic, you're this. And I think it's crazy, right? Just like
Right.
Tinker said, I think that all of us coming together, right? And when I say together, I mean in this saga in the first place was for a reason. We felt
Yeah.
passionate about something. Whether you felt, whether no matter which side you was on, you had a strong passion for whatever you felt. And you're
Yeah.
supposed to defend whatever you felt. If you felt it was this way, you supposed to defend that. If I felt it was this way, I supposed to defend that. How we came with throwing spitballs across the aisle, it just happened. Okay. However, as it has simmered down, and it seems to be simmered down, but some people never let it die. But it simmered down,
Tell 'em.
and now we can see each other for who we really are. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
we can see each other for, and let me just give you and TC and Mina they props. I have always said, I don't know if y'all was sneaking and geeking and heard me, but even before y'all came into my chat, like literally introduce yourself in my chat, I always said that y'all were true supporters. Okay. Don't think I wasn't watching, because I was. I was watching. Y'all would have y'all lives, but I've never ever seen y'all get ghetto, ratchet, thuggish. I've never seen that from y'all. Y'all would talk about, narcissism, you talk about bullying, you talked about that type of stuff, but you never got all the way down in the mud and just smeared your face all the way in there. And I saw that. I absolutely saw that. I was like, oh yeah, they real supporters. And that was fine, because it wasn't, oh, I hate his supporters. It wasn't that. It was the ignorant ones. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
ignorant ones. Because some people just downright ignorant. Okay. However, so I big props to you guys for it. And then I saw y'all back away. Not necessarily back away from your support. You backed away from the chaos. You like, no.
Yeah.
You separated yourselves. I'll say it like that. you were still a Robert supporter, but it was a different type of supporters. You understand what I'm saying? You
Right.
weren't a brand killer. You was the support brand builder, and then there was some support brand killers. Y'all already know about that. So I just thank y'all for just being who y'all are. Y'all are who y'all are. To be honest with y'all, I don't see that y'all changed at all. Y'all are who y'all always were. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, you didn't change up, you didn't switch or anything like that. So I appreciate you guys for that, you know, and appreciate you guys for embracing me and just understanding, hey, I had a passion for something, you know, and I still have that passion today. You know, we had a little bump in the road or whatever, but I still had that passion or whatever. But I will say this has taught me one big huge thing, and that is take your feelings out, because when you have your feelings in this is
Yes.
how it goes wrong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people still have their feelings in it, but once you take your feelings out, where you feeling all heavy and discombobulated and you hate when somebody say a certain thing or whatever, when you get your feelings out of it, it just seems like a smooth sailing, you know? So
Yep.
Well, let me say this to you, Amor. Thank you for
Yes.
those
Thank you, Miss
flowers. Thank you for the
Laura.
compliment. I want to say this. I'm trying to take myself back to the space, the mind space I was in the when we were 10 toes down. For me as a person, none of this has ever been personal for me with anybody really outside of, I'll say for me, I would say Toya, because I have a personal relationship with her. But in regards to standing up for something that I believe in, that's not personal for me. That's me standing up for what I believe in. So any disagreement, it wasn't personal. It was, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe,
Right.
and we just stand up for that. So I could never get with any mindset of this thing right here being personal to where people are targeted, all the craziness that went on. I could never put myself in that space. And I kept telling folks, you will never see me like that, because you won't,
Right.
you know? So, you know, I can respect the maturity of your content in regards to how you choose to do your content. However, you're great at it. I
Yes.
respect that. I don't have to agree with what you say,
Yeah.
but I respect what you do because you do it.
Yes.
And like I said earlier,
you.
I think anybody else that are people who don't necessarily agree with what you're putting out there, or they disagree with it, that is the I think that is the difference. They take it personal versus looking at it as your business or looking at it as content. And to me,
Right.
that's just what it is. At this point, and I've said it before,
Yep.
all this is entertainment.
Yes.
It really is.
Exactly.
Right.
It is.
Agree. Yep.
It
Yeah.
absolutely is
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah. And
It's
I
a
just
show.
appreciate. Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate that. We just gonna say, you know, I know me and Mina have, because we talked a lot behind the scenes. We've been recognized it. You know what I'm saying? Even when we was on the side, you know what I mean? And we're like, this lady, boy, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna take a lot for her. You know what I mean? And it's like, what? We ain't going down there, but dang, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we recognized it. We recognized what you had a long time ago. You know what I mean? And it's like once you step away, you like, just say for instance, once we stepped away, and it ain't like we stepped away, but once we said, okay, it's time for us to start what we said we was gonna do after this. And it was like, okay, now that we see you, it's like she's really, and I just one day I just was in your bushes. And when I say I laughed from the time I walked in there, we walked in the bushes, to the time you got off. And I was like, she is entertaining. Why haven't I been watching her? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I like her. You know what I'm saying? I like listening to her. So a few times, you know, for about a month or so, I was just in the bushes, just engaging. And I'm like, she has it. And it's like, people just have to respect people for who they are and where they're going. And that's
Right.
it. You can't change a person. You can only change yourself in the end. So why are you constantly trying to change me for something you want me to be? And I'm not going to do that. You're not going to do that,
Exactly.
Amora. You're just going to be who you are. And people just going to have to either genuinely like you or genuinely move on. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Just move on. If they don't rock with you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Why are they trying to constantly put you in a space to where they're trying to put you in this, just in a negative situation when that ain't even it? If people keep calling this their business, then that's what it is. So you can't get mad because my business is doing what it is and yours is not. If you stop
Right.
worrying about my business and tend to your own business, then maybe
Hmm.
you can elevate to where I'm at. And that's all you be
Mhm.
trying to show people. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Exactly.
just been watching it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, I just like, her content. I like the way she handles things because you don't talk about this stuff all the time. You have different stuff that you talk
I
about.
do.
I've
And they
been in
swear I
several of
don't,
your
which I
lives.
think is funny. They
Yeah,
swear.
I've been in several
But
of your
Yes.
lives, and you ain't even
yeah.
on this. You do the Cora, you just do you do narcissistic stuff too. Husband and wife stuff. I mean, just a
Hmm.
lot of different things. You take a lot of different approaches. So it's like um us as women, we just have to learn to respect women. That's it.
Hmm.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
it.
And that's a lot. I mean, women do need to respect women. People, we're not all the same. God didn't make us the same. We had, even my daughter and I, we just had a conversation tonight, and we see a difference in the case that I'm covering now with the Camilla Anthony case. We see a
Yeah.
difference. But she's grown and I'm grown, so we respect each other. Of course, we love each other, but we respect each other. Everybody's not going to see things the same. She
Right.
sees oh my God, mom, why did he had the knife? Why did he have to stab him? And I'm like, but Jalen, I understand that. But you don't put your hands on people. You don't go around pushing on people. But mom, pushing at a knife is not the same. Why he just didn't push him back? So we have our difference in how we see that. You understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with seeing things differently than someone else. It's called general respect. Some people just don't know how to respect people. They don't know how to respect their boundaries. They don't know how to respect their opinion. They don't know how to respect their person. They just don't know how to
Yeah,
respect people. It's
I
okay
agree
to
with that.
respect. It's okay to disagree. It's definitely
Hmm.
okay to disagree. Now, I'm going to take it back just a little bit. I didn't know nothing about social media or anything. Well, let me take that back. YouTubing or whatever
Yeah.
until I got on Joppy's panel. And I was shocked, appalled, like shocked. I don't even know if y'all remember that day, but I
Yeah.
was shocked that I was
Hmm.
called a B for just having a difference of opinion. I was just shocked. It was almost like somebody took a bucket of ice water and threw it in my face. I was like, wait a minute, what? Was
Yeah.
called a B because I did not agree with what they were saying on the panel. A B. And it took me back. And that is what encouraged me. I was like, you know what? And I kept getting dropped down and, muted. And I was like, got something to say. I want to talk about it. And that is how I started my channel. Like, no, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about it without being restricted. I want to talk about it without being told to shut up, get down, mute, or whatever. I want to talk about it. And that is why
Right.
I started my channel.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that live button if y'all want to donate to the channel. Of course, y'all can do the super chat, super stickers, and our Cash App banner is floating across the screen. I appreciate everybody for coming. I am enjoying this live, and I love all of y'all for being in here today because we once again we just giving our sisters their flowers, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's the way we need to be going in elevation mode. We don't need to be
Yes,
staying down in a situation to where we can't change nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we
exactly.
can change ourselves. That we first got to start with ourselves. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah,
Exactly.
in order
absolutely.
for us to elevate, we have to start within ourselves. We can't change nobody. We can't worry about what nobody else thinking about what we doing or what we got going on. We know where we
Exactly.
trying to go. We know what we trying to do, and we know what we trying to elevate to. So can't nobody even take that from us. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure that the women that I put on that thumbnail get their flowers. They get their flowers. You know what I'm saying? And they're elevating. And that's how I feel. You know, and
Let
I
me
do
let
want to
me
give a
add to
shout out
this,
to
sis.
Toya. I do want
Yeah.
to tell Toya I love her because
Aw.
she has elevated. Whether people want to believe it or not, she has elevated, you know, and she started out rough and rocky. And I think I think I developed a relationship with her because I once was Toya. You know, like I was ready to pull up. That used to be me. That used to be my attitude. No lie. You
Toya
know,
was
like
But
always
TC, I
ready.
think you'll still pull up if I be like, we got
you know
ride.
what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, she
She'll
was
still pull
she
up.
can still pull up.
You're right.
But I just feel like with her taking a different approach, you know what I'm saying? I think she kind of knew that, you know, she didn't know it was going to be to this extent, but she kind of knew that she was going to get a lot of backlash because she did switch gears. And usually when that happens with people, because all of us, if you look at all of us on this panel, we all switch gears, didn't we? We like, okay,
Yeah.
we tired of that. We switching gears. And once
Yep.
we switched our gears, what happened? That's where the big attacks start coming. You
Oh
get what I
God,
mean?
yes.
You
Oh
see what
my
I'm saying?
God.
So that's just the way it works. When and it's like when God has something bigger for you, can't nobody do nothing about it. I don't care how many blows or whatever they try to bring to you. If God has a purpose, and if you have your purpose and God has a plan for you, can't nobody destroy that. And that's just it. So I love Toya for doing what she's doing and she's staying positive and she's doing her content. And I just want to give Toya her flowers and I want to say I love you, sis.
We love you,
Hello.
girl.
Is
Yeah, we
Toya in the
do.
chat? Is she in the chat?
Nah,
No.
we
I
just
think
she's
Okay.
on
Yeah,
the
I think
thumbnail.
she's gonna sit this. Yeah, she's on a thumbnail, but she's gonna sit this one out. And I want to say this in regard to that. She may or may not be in the bushes, and that's fine. Um, in regards to Toya, my sentiments is the same as TC's. It just is. You know, I said it earlier. I think everybody see her growth, whether they want to admit it or not. And I have seen a few comments in the chat with trying my best to keep this live positive. I first think people need to start with forgiveness with themselves, whether
Yes.
you like someone or not. Again, forgiveness is for yourself.
Yes.
The actions that people have taken offline, those adult people primarily.
Uh-oh, she going
She
out.
blinked out. Yeah, she blinked out. You blinked out, sis.
That's something they have to deal with, you know, and people do have to deal with their actions, you know, both parties. I'll say that in regards to when it's a situation, it's two parties. So they have to deal with that. But in all fairness, we're talking about forgiveness, we're talking about breaking barriers, we're talking about growth, you know, that starts with yourself. So anybody that hold any malice towards anyone that you can see that is clearly trying to be positive or grow in the right direction, you know, if you're opposed to that, then you just have to check yourself.
Right.
I have to say that that's a you problem. It's no disrespect to anyone, but I have to say that because when it's clear that people want to just be a better person, that should just be supported or just left alone if you can't support it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's my stance in regards to Toya. And I'm more passionate right now, my voice about it, because again, I do have a personal relationship with her offline. And I know things that nobody right here really knows, maybe TC. So again, I can even relate that back to Amora, your live last night. I don't know if you were here earlier when I said it's just how creepy it be that like you be knowing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what Tinkerbell be coming to you, fairy tale in the middle of the night telling you stuff, but you be like, oh.
Man, that live last
And
night though, I was like, it's just something that clicked in me, and I was like, oh my God, I was like, oh my God, it just. I think the one you're talking about where the demonetization of all
yes.
these different pages. I was like, oh my God, it clicked. It just literally just clicked, and I just started thinking like this page and this. I was like, oh my God, you know. So yeah, I had to come live on that one, yo.
Yeah. And it was
Right.
like me, because Mina called me. She was like, did you talk to her tomorrow? And I'm like, the hell the other day? And she was like, no. Did you see her live? And I was like, I'm watching it now. I just cut it on. She was like, Oh my
So
God,
y'all
you gotta
already
listen
knew?
to it. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like you be knowing, and it's like stuff that we be knowing that we, that we keep behind the scenes because it is personal. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh
Right.
my God. Like,
I
how she
promise you, ain't nobody told me. I just clicked. Literally, when
Yeah,
I
that's
saw it,
crazy.
I'm a researcher by nature. So I looked up what that word meant, right? And then I said, wait a minute. So he was telling the truth? Because at first I thought he was lying, and this is not to, talk about him on y'all panel. I say that for mine. But I was thinking, I said, because I thought he was lying the whole time or whatever. And I was like, no, he's for real. His crap. And I remember Toya saying her page wasn't monetized. And then the other girls, I need y'all to follow me on this page. I was like, oh my God. I just started connecting the dots. I literally just started
Yeah.
connecting the dots. And I was like, oh
I'm gonna have to
my
go watch that
God.
So,
live.
but so Amor, to whoever we mad at, I don't even care. That's that thing right there that we've been talking about. So I mean,
Yes,
you just have a gift. I mean, that it
yes,
is what it is.
yes, yes. And
It
you're a
was
beast.
funny.
You're a beast. Like, I'm
If
like,
y'all
she
don't
a
mind,
beast.
I wanna throw something before it switches over. I do want to say one thing concerning Toya. Um, I want to say that I do not have a personal relationship with Toya on the back end. And I just really started back not long ago, being able to really show her proper support because again, everybody wasn't really aligned and had different crowds. However, no matter where I was, one thing I'm two things for sure and one thing for certain. I got to give her credit on one certain thing, and that is what I admire about that young lady is she is a person who have many family members around the saga and in the saga and this, that, and the third. However, I watched her be one of the realest, if well, the realest of that circle. I watched her really have compassion even when people didn't deserve it. That is closest to her. And I watched her get a lot of pain and hurt behind people closest to her. And the fact that that must be painful, bigger than just the shit talk, that goes on around YouTube. I could imagine these things playing out and people really, seeing stuff with their own eyes. It's disheartening. And I want to say shout out to her for picking up the pieces of things and moving forward and just coming aligned with herself because that can't be easy. And yeah, she's a real stand-up person when it comes to behind her family. And I think that's
Yes,
something
she
that
is.
should,
Yes, she is. She
that is
Let me
what I
definitely
say,
got
let
to
is.
me
give
say
her.
something about Toya right quick. I've seen some changes. I absolutely have. And I've seen her stand in the gaps for her whole entire family. And another thing, if Toya really, really wanted to make some money, she could have came out, she could have stayed out here and doing the exact same thing that her sister's doing, right? Tearing, went through piece by piece, receipt by receipt, text by text or whatever. And she could have made the money because, to be honest, her voice is louder, right? But she chose, she's like, I'm done. I'm through. I don't want to do that no more. So because she didn't want to do it no more, I think that's why things happened to her the way it did. But I will say, I see Toya is very family freaking loyal. Okay.
Mhm.
She is family loyal. They don't even realize what type of sister they have. Because when I tell you she stood all the way in the gaps for her siblings, she did. And when I
Yes.
tell you each and every last one of them failed her, they did. Okay. Every last one of them failed her. They failed her. Period. They did.
Look,
They left her
I
out
was trying
here.
to be gentle with it.
Well,
Some
I ain't
more.
got I ain't no damn charm around here. I'm that generic tissue, honey. I scratch and scratch. You hear me? So so no, but they failed her. They were not out here for her. They didn't they showed that they really didn't care. I think the baby brother or whatever, if that's what you want to call. But anyway, he tried to show that he cared, but I just say it like this. I think that she stood in the gaps for them. She showed that she was a loyal sibling. And basically, they showed that they love people on the internet more than they love her.
Right.
Period.
I agree. I so agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. Shout out to Toya. Shout out to
Yeah,
Toya.
shout out to Toya. And
But
did
I
we
want to
and
say
we
something to
really
break room and Sean right quick.
yes.
Uh-oh. I was like,
Yes, ma'am.
where'd she go?
Uh-oh, we lost you, Amora. We lost you.
I hit her mute button by accident.
Amara, you got swallowed. So where'd she go?
She up here, but we don't hear. We don't hear her. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button while we waiting on Amora to
Can y'all
get back
hear me?
on here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
there
can hear
she
you
go.
now.
Oh, okay, girl. I was like, okay, I see what it was. So when you're not on the phone, because I'm on the phone, so I have to keep continuing to hit so it won't close up my phone. Okay, I got it. But can y'all hear me? Okay. So break
Yes,
room,
ma'am.
we had our little, we talk about this all the time. We laugh now because I think that we always thought each other we were so funny or whatever. So anyway, break room, you're my sis girl, or
Period.
whatever. You funny as crap. I was listening to you yesterday. You put it down, honey. You was on there for 9 hours. I didn't hear the whole 9 hours, but I heard somebody say 9. I don't even know if it was 9, but I heard somebody was mad about that 9. But at any rate, you say that. But anyway, no, but girl, you be putting it down. You do. You be putting it down, and you affect people. So sometimes just knowing that you can affect people make that engine keep going, right? You affect people. You step on their toes, and people don't like that. So keep doing what you're doing, sis. You strong. You don't need nobody. And nobody need anybody to take up for them. Let me just say that. But girl, you a force all by yourself, honey. You are.
Thank you,
Now let me
Miss
talk about.
Amora.
Oh, you
Thank
welcome,
you.
baby. You welcome. You my sis. We on the same
And
birthday,
you
honey.
my
We twins.
sis.
Twins,
Period.
where have you
Twinning.
been?
Me and my
Period.
twin in them. Period. Pooh.
Exactly.
And I
Now,
love you and I
Sean,
thank you. I thank you,
I
Miss
love you
Amora.
too, baby. I love you too. Now, Sean, I
Oh,
love what Mina and TC both said, and I think Break Room said it too. You kept it classy. You kept it cute the entire time. Because baby, the way I would have came out the bag, honey, ain't nothing cute, classy about me when I'm trying to read your A. Okay. But you kept it cute and you kept it classy. And I like that about you. Of course, we met in person. And you are the same person online that you are in person. You're just a genuine, soft spirit. I love you. And yeah, and you already know what it is. Some people out there, they're just jealous of you or whatever. They jealous of your intellect. They jealous of your calmness. They jealous of your classiness. So yeah, I'll just, and I love the way you do commentary. You put thought process in it and everything or whatever. And yeah, and I mean, you already know how we came in contact with each other and whatnot. And I'm glad we never, did went down in the dungeon with each other and
we
whatnot
never
or whatever.
did. We never
Never
did.
did, never
Nope.
did. Even though they tried to pretend like, how can you be her friend?
Yeah.
She talked about you. Like, what? Come on now, stop. But anyway, and of course, you my comrade because you was in the military and I was in the military. We got that in
Absolutely.
common. And they don't understand
Absolutely.
that. But I love you. I talk to
I love
Sean
you
behind
too,
the
Amora.
scenes all the time. And I don't talk to Break Room, but I'm gonna be talking to Break Room because I have your number now, Break Room. So don't be surprised when I give you a call. All right. And
Right.
yeah, and there's nothing
Anytime.
and there's nothing wrong with communicating because guess what? We may be able to help each other one day. Meaning, like, let's just
Mhm.
say if y'all in Texas, y'all be like, "Hey, Amora, I'm coming through Texas and I need a place to stay for the night," or well, I don't know, I have to pass it down at the door.
Don't be inviting nobody else to your house, child.
You
No.
Oh, yes.
No. You ain't fight like
No,
that.
don't
Why
do
you let me
that.
do it?
And you know what? That's
But
sad
I'll be
because
I'll be in Texas next month or more, but I'll be in Austin. I'll be in Austin.
oh
You
man.
know what? Actually Killeen,
Oh,
Texas.
you going to Killeen because my husband's uncle and aunt live in Killeen. So we're there all the time. We're having a family reunion there this year.
Yeah, we're going from Mother's Day. We do a big Mother's Day trip, and this year we're going to
Oh,
Killeen.
nice.
My sister's in Killeen, so we're gonna go.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. So, but no, and that's a shame that you have to be like that because I am a very hospitable person. But it's a shame now that I've started a YouTube channel. I got to be careful who I let in my house because man, anyway, but
Yeah.
nevertheless, it's a shame because that's just not how I've had to operate. You know what I mean? I've been able to. We had plenty of cookouts and get-togethers and gatherings over to the house. So yeah, it just life, I guess. But I love the circle of women. I think you guys are highly intelligent. You think for yourself, you open-minded, and that's so important to be open-minded. You know what I'm saying? So many
Yes.
people closed-minded, they in tunnel vision, and they don't want to see no
Mhm.
other way. It's just this way, and that's it. That's it.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
where you gonna get in life like that? For real?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
How far you gonna go in life being so tunnel vision, not wanting to even see a different way or a different feel of things? Like, I don't want to be like that.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
And I want to say one thing to Amora. I have to say, I'm gonna say it out loud. I probably have said it on the back end, and I probably
I can
have
only
said
imagine
it,
what you about to say.
girl. And I probably have no. I don't think you've heard this, but well, maybe you have. But I really have to say that Amora, whenever we have had conversations, whether it's on the front and the back end, she never tried to change my stance. She never
Nope.
did. It was a mutual respect. And that is one thing that when I look at everybody on here, all of us may have started out, you on this side, you on that side, but it's not about sides. It's about who you are as individuals. That's what I see. I don't see sides. I see Mina, I see TC, I see Amora, I see Mel, I see Tiffany.
Right.
I don't see sides. I see
Yeah.
people. And I think once you kind of step out of that and you are true to who you are, that's who you start being yourself. So anyway, thank you so much, Amora, for that mutual respect and allowing me to be me. And we talked about the saga, but she expressed how she felt, but it was a mutual understanding. We
Yep.
just understood each other, and that's what I respect about her.
Let me tell you
And
something. Amora, it's like when you talk to Amora, it's just like talking to a homegirl. She's like,
Yes.
let me tell you. Just let me tell you, and it don't even be, you know what I'm saying? I think we she sent me something, we talked about it, and then it was just like we had regular conversation. She talked about her trip. I asked her how she enjoyed herself. It's like talking to a homegirl. You know what I'm saying?
is.
So people that you make your own perception of, you know what I'm saying, because you get this idea in your head of who you think they are, you know what I'm saying, and then when you really meet them or you talk to them, you get a whole nother perspective. And it's only closed-minded people who's going to create a perspective of who you are. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the only way. Not open-minded people are not going to be generating no perspective of who you are. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's how I feel.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel. And I just appreciate everybody who graced this panel tonight. Like, I really do. This has been a really heartfelt live to me. I really appreciate all you beautiful women. I appreciate y'all didn't get upset that I threw y'all on the thumbnail, because I did reach out to the ones that I could reach out to and was like, look, I just want to have, me and Mina again said, we just want to have, because we've always been about women empowerment. We have. And, to see so many women on here who are so against it, or who are bandwaggers, or who just go along to get along type people, it's kind of disheartening. But it's not. It's just let you know what you need to. Sometimes you have to separate yourself, and sometimes you have to pick through the weeds to get to the flowers. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
And that's just all. That's all it is to it. You just really do. Any of you ladies want to have some closing things to say?
Well, I gotta first say I gotta laugh at you talking about how I'm sorry I just threw y'all all on a thumbnail, because you ain't giving no damns. You said you putting them.
She already had me on the thumbnail. She had me on the thumbnail and then told me afterwards. So it ain't like I had a choice.
Jasmine called me like, what is this?
Yeah, I seen it and called me and like, am I supposed to do something?
I'm like, nah, it's a stage party. Pull up.
Yeah,
It's
she just dropped the link to me and just said, "Come on, pull up." Yeah.
As we do close out though, and because I'm going to say this and drop down as you beautiful ladies close out the show. I want to say thank you, super fans, for having me here. You guys are amazing. This was such a beautiful movement and a beautiful moment. Miss Amore, you may not have been here when I was dropping your flowers, but I do that all the time, and that's why they just don't like me so much. But I love you for being I love you for being who you are. I get you. You know, I'm honored to share a birthday with you. Same month, same
Yes.
day. We don't play.
Yes.
It's a lot of Scorpios up here. It's like 4 Scorpios on a panel right now. And
Listen, hold on, but I don't know why they want to play with it because you know how we sing.
Who else is a
period,
Scorpio?
Listen,
Who else is a Scorpio?
Mina and Mel is also Scorpios.
Oh my God, Mina, you a Scorpio girl?
Yes, ma'am.
Child, yeah. Child, yeah.
But real rap though, I really do want to thank each and every one of y'all that came here. Growing with y'all have been amazing. Seeing you all grow and I learned so much from each and every one of y'all, and I'm really thankful for that. It keeps me humble, you know. Having y'all have been in the gap for me. Y'all have stood in the gap for me, and I'm so very grateful for that, and I will remain grateful for it. I'll never be too big or too small to give thanks to those that helped pave the way for me when others try to block it. So to God be the glory. Shout out to Miss Amore, Ashley D, Miss Sean, Miss Mel, Miss Fee, Toya, the internet sister, super fan, and every other queen and king who have joined us today, near and far. I'm grateful to you all, and thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. Shout out.
Thank you, baby. Thank
You already know. I love y'all.
Thank y'all.
Love you
We
too.
appreciate
I'm
y'all.
getting ready
Thank
to
y'all.
drop down.
Thank y'all.
Thank
I
y'all.
appreciate
And I'm gonna
y'all.
drop down too, but hey, Mina and TC, how about like a maybe, I don't know, like a every 2 or 3 month type thing that we can gather back, you know, on a panel and
Yeah.
just kind of chop it up and just, you know what I
Yes.
mean? You
Yes.
know?
We
Yeah, if
I
y'all
would
don't
love that.
mind.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we love that. We love that.
Yeah, you know, just a re like how they do in the Housewives of Atlanta, a
Yeah.
reunion.
Yes, we could do that. We definitely
Yeah.
will. We could do
So, and
that.
just keep up with the growth, even though we're gonna be supporting each other already. But I'm just saying, like, we could just get back together, you know, maybe I don't know how long y'all want to do it, and just get, you know, chop it up and what we doing, where we at, or whatever, you know.
Yes.
I think it'd be
I
amazing.
appreciate that. Yes, we
Yeah,
can do that. Yeah, we can
Yeah.
take that off.
Okay. I'm down. So thank
Okay.
y'all so much. I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
drop down.
Amara. I know you have a busy schedule, so thank you so much for
Yes,
breaking this
baby girl
panel.
getting married, child. We get rings around here, girl.
I know that's right.
Safe travels, Mora.
And
Thank you so very much.
tell you
Yes.
congratulations.
I will do that. I will do that. So thank y'all so much. I'm gonna be listening while I'm finished packing this bag because I don't want my husband fussing at me tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So I'm gonna say my closing, y'all, and I'm gonna drop down. Mine is short.
Okay.
But thank you. First of all, thank you so much, TC and Mina, for even having me on the on your panel, because the message that you guys were giving out was so important. Very, very important. So it's so good to see sisters acknowledge other sisters, because I can say this. When I came out of that situation, I'm telling you, I was ready to stand alone, and I had no problems doing it. I was ready to stand alone. And as I was walking, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and it was Miss Amore, and she said, "I got you, sis." So thank you, Amore, and thank you to the sisterhood for standing by me. I appreciate you guys, and I cannot wait for the next next panel. I appreciate you guys.
No problem. We appreciate you, Miss Sean, with your
Thank you,
poised
Miss
and graceful
Sean.
self.
My what? What you got?
Grace and poiseful self.
Your poised self with your good etiquette. You know, we have good
Yes.
etiquette around these parts.
And y'all know I don't
We
even
use
be
all of our
trying.
syllables.
I really don't even be trying. I think sometimes I be thinking I'm still talking to a client or somebody else, and I don't know. You know, I don't know how
Yeah, I
people
mean, you
always,
could be funny sometimes too, because I seen some of your shorts. I was like, she's hilarious.
yeah, I'll throw it. Listen, if you catch it, TC, that's good because a lot of people don't catch it. But
Yeah,
if you catch
I
it,
do.
you good.
I'm gonna have to go on over there, Miss Sean. I really didn't know that you used your platform. So my apologies, but I
Yeah.
will be
And she
tuning
do
in.
her platform with what I like to watch, the true crimes, because that's what I love the true crime. And you did one
Okay.
today. I had already watched it on another
Oh
one,
yeah,
but
you
I was like,
did.
yeah. I said I seen this
You
one,
did.
because that girl from here, from Atlanta. You know what I mean? So
Yes. And
yeah.
TC, thank you so much for being so supportive. I appreciate it. You've always been so supportive. So
Thank
thank you
you.
so much. I appreciate you guys so much.
No problem. We
Thank you for
appreciate
blessing the
you.
panel. For sure. Thank you for blessing us.
And maybe one day we have to all do it in person, in
Yes.
person instead of
Oh
on
yeah.
Yes,
We
most
we
definitely.
like to be in the real life. We like that. I love that. I love the other reality. Not, the virtual
Yeah,
is one
yeah.
thing.
I was
I
gonna
like
say
the real
maybe this time
reality.
we won't be sleeping on the beach.
Ooh, Shay. Okay. So I agree.
All right, you guys. Thank you, ladies, and you have a good night. Love you
You
guys.
love you too,
Love
Miss
you.
Sean. Wow, that was a good one. That was a nice. I love this live, y'all. I
That was
really love this
good.
live. Yes, I did. I
But
really.
listen, check this out though. Before we end this live, I can't go out without playing. Okay, so y'all, we have been doing work with OB Pressure Gang.
OB.
OB, big OB. Rather if you know or don't know or not, I'm gonna play a little bit of his work because it's real dope, y'all. So hold on, let me play something. Hold on.
I'm gonna drop down, y'all.
All right, we love you, sis.
Love you. I'm going to chat.
Okay. Okay, I can hardly hear it, sis.
Hold on.
I can hardly hear it.
Hold on. I'll run it back in a sec. Hold on.
Too long. Sometimes I wish the guy to go ahead and call me home. But I be wrong to want to take the leave the streets alone. Pay the time to raise my kids and make my house a home. What if I don't? I just of a real nigga. And think because I'm getting money, I'm a real nigga. I feel ashamed because my kids won't even deal with me. They think that's all because they won't let me come deal with them. I should be real with them. Tell them about the paper rap. And how I told to give my life so they can take it out. But they accepting or replacing when it came to job. I guess I keep it to myself so they don't take a fight. This here, break the generation. Mixed with opportunity. Education separate the difference. You and me. Motivation. I be prepping for mentality. No hesitation. I need great energy. Energy. It's like in the cycle.
Right introduce a winning strategy. On I and MC, we develop chemistry. Some have a destiny, triple as a dynasty. Could be the bad certain case, keep reminding me. Could be the lottery.
All I do is win. I don't know the beat. I be riding to the end, sliding on the beat. Like a GMV blend, 5 of the week. Like a GMV blend, 5 of the week. G-O-B. Pressure gang. Look here. I'ma ride for my nigga, die for my nigga, take a stand, and I ride for my nigga, and I put that on everything. Yeah, I said I put that on everything. Yeah. I'ma ride for my nigga, die for my nigga, take a stand, and I ride for my nigga, and I put that on everything. Yeah, I said I put that on everything. You know where I'm from, Southside, and I rep it so gracefully. This is how it's going down, nigga, basically. You smell that exotic, that's the aroma. Can't lie till the day I die, I'm a stoner. Millionaire swagger, dope boy persona. Like the Real Reefers, we played them toners. Now I go to places I ain't never been, and I walk up in that bitch like I'm cool with the owner. No, I'm not a gangster. Got a few shooters that I come through, serve the peace like Buddha, and it might not cost me a penny. Just point to your love and respect. I give all of the above. This real game coming out of Queens. Call me DiBiase, the $1 million dream. Niggas can't fuck with that, trying to get the bag, fill it up with money till it's bustin' out the same little bitch. I'ma ride for my nigga, die for my nigga, take a stand, and I ride for my nigga, and I put that on everything. Yeah. I said I put that on everything. Yo, I'ma ride for my nigga, die for my nigga, take a stand, and I lie for my nigga, and I put that on everything. Yo, I said I put that on everything. You know where I'm from. I feel like I've been here too long. Sometimes I wish the guy to go ahead and call me home. Would I be wrong to want to change the lead streets alone? Take the time to raise my kids and make my house a home. What if I don't? I jump the distance of a real nigga. And that because I'm getting money, I'm a real nigga. I feel ashamed because my kids won't even deal with me. They make them out because they won't let me come live with them. I should be real with them. Tell them about the paper route. And how I supposed to get my life so they can make it out. But they accept it or replace it with a case of doubt. I just keep it to myself so they don't take a bite. This is a fight of operation mixed with opportunity. Dedication, separate the difference, you and me. Motivation, I be prepping for it. Mentality, no hesitation. I need great energy. Easy, taking it like a place of Tennessee. When I'm writing, introduce the winning strategy. No, I and TC, we develop chemistry. Some have a destiny. Triple as a dynasty. Could be the bad son gate, keep reminding me. Could be the lottery. Probably a man in the mirror, I'm telling them. Honestly, everybody else now looking at you. All I do is win. I don't know the beat. I be riding to the end, sliding on the beat. Like a GMV blend, 5 of the week. Like a GMV blend, 5 of the week.
OB Pressure Game, baby. You hear OB Pressure Game? That was OB Pressure Game along with Ancient Greco and Riz Gates. Some of the artists that's going to be on that Greg Fest 420. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Support our movement. Support our movement. If y'all need the information, Mina will drop it. If y'all know us on Facebook, y'all can get in our inbox and we'll send you the link. We are on it was the Eventbrite, so you can purchase a ticket. Yeah, if you just want to donate to the cause, you could donate to our Cash App. That is $ Superfan Podcast. If you cannot make it, if you're not in the Atlanta area, just support our movement. OB will be on that ticket. So I am so proud of OB and his growth. His growth. I'm proud of my bro and his growth. You get what I'm saying? So, and the way that he loves his family. You know, he gonna do what it takes to take care of his family, regardless of what anybody say about him. He gonna do what he got to do to take care of his family, and that's what I call him.
He's definitely
that's what I call an honorable man. That's what I call an honorable man. Now I want to go ahead and shout out all the lovely people who blessed this live tonight. We're going to start with cousin. Hold on, let me hide the comments. Hold on. There we go.
Cousin was happy.
Cousin.
Girl, you was happy,
Yes,
girl.
cousin. Yes, cousin. Cousin. Thank you so much, cousin. We love you.
Love you,
Lady
girl.
J.
Lady J.
She said,
Yes.
this is beautiful, ladies. J. Lou,
Mhm.
thank you, my beautiful J. Lou. She said, get in here. Our little sister Mel. She said, we lit up in here. Tinkers, my Tinkers, baby. I miss Tinkers. Hey, family.
Hey,
Tinkers,
Tinkers.
Miss
Hey.
LaCondas says, shout out to Superfans. Thank you, Miss Glenn. Thank you so much, Miss Glenn. We love your support, Miss Glenn. Thank you so much for supporting us. Hey, ladies in chat. Nook the Book Superfans. Hey, TC Chronicles. We got Nahimi. Thank you so much, Nahimi. We
Thank you,
really
cool
thank
baby. Thank
you.
you. We
Our,
appreciate that.
our beautiful sister, Ashley D. Great subject, ladies. Thank you, Ashley D. 12K got him. Thank you so much, 12K got him. She said, grown women-ish. Agree to disagree and respect for one another. Thank you
Right
so
now.
much. Ashley D again. Keep shining, ladies. She said, real, recognize real. We see you. Thank you so much, Ashley D, our sister. Now, you know I'm going to get on you when we get off this live, Miss Fee. You know I'm going to get on you, Miss
That was
Fee.
a long phone call, girl.
Yeah. We love you, Miss Fee. She said, this is beautiful. Thank you so much, Miss Fee. My mother, blessing panel. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate you for your support. Look at my mama trying to support. Tinkers again. Go ahead. You can read that, Mima.
Oh my gosh, no. Phenomenal Woman. I love that poem. I'll read that next time. That's one of my favorites by Maya Angelou. Yeah,
Yes.
poem thinkers. I love that poem as well. We have
Yes.
Yasmin. Yasmin came through with the
Yasmin.
love back to you. We have Dior Bonds. Ms. Dior said, whatever is going on, I love to see it. Thank you. We're glad you stopped by. Renetta, TC Maz in chat. She came through showing love. I am Glenn for real. Oh, I like this. When you forgive, you heal. When you let go, you grow. I agree. Like 1,000%.
I agree, Miss Glenn.
Big Brother Blue Outlaw came through. He said, love the energy here, ladies. I must be going now. He always giving out. And he came through again.
That's my baby, Blue.
I love the energy here, ladies. I must be going now. He was going twice, but we'll take it. Thank you. Cheryl said, love this, ladies. This is great. Amora is the GOAT. Love all you ladies. Lots of love. Nice love. And the big stepper came through tonight. The GOAT came through tonight. Amora said, thank you so much for the kind words. You guys are amazing. I'm here packing for a 6 a.m. flight, but I'm still listening in. We appreciate you stopping by, Amora. We appreciate you blessing the panel as well. Dang, Tinkers, you be coming through, girl. We got to have lunch.
Yes.
Support Tinkers now. Tinkers be eating good. She's dropping the video for you driving it. She said, I am thoroughly enjoying this solidarity. Let's continue to grow and be a true tribe. Forgive and support one another. This can evolve into something truly powerful and magical. I believe it. Thank you so much. Who else we got, sis?
We got Tony Love. Tony Love said, great live. We appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Love. We appreciate it. 12K got him again. She said, the best hood is our sisterhood. Love us, Nisi. Oh, thank you so much, Nisi. I never knew that was 12K. Got him. We got Tinkers again. Thank you, Tinker. She said Tiff is always very intentional with her words. The points that she make, I can't see it because I got this little thing up here. The points that she makes, she is respectful and balanced. She sure is. Miss Dior said, I have a question for both TC and Mina. You ladies move with class and poise. What made you guys link with a classless
Dior is funny. We just
Dior,
gonna
Dior.
Dior. Are you still here?
I guess we tried to make a weed out of a flower, and unfortunately, it didn't blossom. How about that, Dior?
Wait, I like to answer questions to the best of my ability. She said, what made you guys link with the classless, boneless? Ooh, classless, boneless, nose predator. Like that. We ain't got to say that name. I don't even know if I can answer. I don't even know if I got an answer. God made me do it. You know, that was his plan. God made me do it, and
We tried to water it. You know
tried.
what I'm saying? We did. We tried to, but hey, something like once again, we got to cut them weeds off. You know, you water it, don't grow. You gotta leave it alone. You know what I mean? Miss Vanetta, thank you so much for that beautiful, beautiful super sticker. I appreciate that. My girl, my baby, my sis, Candid Eye.
Candid.
I love you, Candid. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking in, because she do check in with me on the back end. So I appreciate you, Candid. I thank you so much. She said, Black girl magic. I know that's right. Yeah. My nephew, Jay Bands. Thank you so much, Jay Bands. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of y'all people, all of our support system, and we just appreciate y'all for rocking with us tonight. I thought this live went beautifully. I thought that the people who we wanted to give flowers, we gave them to them, and we appreciate all you ladies for being individually you. Let me just say that. We're going to appreciate y'all for being individually who you are. And taking a stance and being who you are genuinely and elevating.
Breaking barriers, ladies. Break those barriers. If there's anybody close to you in your family, your friends circle that you know you haven't talked to, spoke to, and you need to pick up the phone and call, just pick up the phone and call and break those barriers. That's my closing, you know. There's no need to harbor ill feelings and all that kind of stuff. Just go ahead and grow. That's it.
And that's it. And that's it. And y'all know y'all ain't got to go home.
But you got to get up out of here.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace, y'all.